In this video, I decided to compare two platforms. On the left side, it is the BOOKMAP, and on the right side, it is the NinjaTrader. My simple question that I'm going to ask you as a viewer or myself, which platform makes me easier to trade? Now, on these screens, you're seeing identical instruments. On the right side, this is a Ninja platform running the ES, the same contract, and it is on a 1 second time frame. On the left side, you're seeing also ES, and you can compare the prices on the left side and the prices on the right side. And it's about the same prices running at the same time, running at the live streams, and each of them is 1080p high definition, which allowed by YouTube, which is maximum by YouTube, and on the right side is 1080p at the same time. So it's kind of like an equal quality that is displayed through the YouTube, which you and we can see. So now the streaming of the BOOKMAP on the left side, it gives me a bunch of the indicators out here, and on the background I can see the heat map. Heat map, it is recorded level 2 orders, passive orders, that is sitting right here, or you can see them in the DOM. This is the DOM and this is the heat map. Behind the bubbles and behind the candles. Actually, I don't see the candles at all. Now, it is the same volatility, okay, on the left and on the right. The candle's pretty short, but on the right, you can see the candles. At least you can see the candles and how they develops. On the left side, it's kind of like probably like impossible to see the developing candles at all. Now, you see the candles over here. You see the candles over here on the left side. Yeah. It's absolutely impossible to see the candles. Maybe they don't want to show the candles, and that is not the point. Now, the bubbles you see on the right side on the Ninja, you can see 110 right over here at the bottom. Of course, this is like a really like close view on what's going on near the price. This view is much more a jump to the right, and we can do this about the same. We can jump the whole screen to the right, and we're gonna get about the same kind of like a one, okay, kind of like, now we need to, in order to get the same picture, we need to jump it on both sides. We need to jump it from the up and down, and then, yeah, okay, and we need to even more jump this way. So it's like, you see, like, when you undo this and you put it in the other state, you can run the one view that is a close up like this one, and you can see the details on the screen that you want to use for the momentum trading. Yes, another screen which is actually run at the same streaming, they do like a pull away view, view from the distance, like you're seeing on the left side on the BOOKMAP. So it's two different views. But the point is, while most of the streaming on the BOOKMAP is this kind of view, I've chosen like a few of them, and most of them were jumped like you're seeing right here, jump to the right and they squeeze to the right, and I like, could you actually make a decision? I don't really understand why people streaming this kind of view. That doesn't make a big sense unless you a day trader and you want to see a very large, kind of like on a large view, you want to see the significant levels like this particular price level, and you see the on the DOM, it's marked over here. Okay, and another level that is on the DOM right over here from the bottom on the green side of the DOM, you can see it's developing right over here. So this particular level wasn't holding for a long time. You can't actually see behind the chart. You can't see what's going on the left side, unless like there's a nothing over here, and it's like very like vague line, which is like spread it up and down, spread it up and down. What you see on the right side what you see there on the right side on the NinjaTrader, you see those lines pretty crisp and clear. Yes, of course, we zoom it in. We zoom it in and it's more close-up view, but at least you can see. It's not really like vague, and it's quite certain. It's very sharp. Now, of course, it's a different type of view. Let me take a look another ES, which is like zoom out view, not zoom in, but zoom out view, and adjust a little bit this property. So I'm gonna move to the left, let's say 300 pixels, so it will be much better view, or even like let's move it like 500 pixels to the left. Oh, 5,000, not 500. Say apply, okay. And now what now is possible to see? This is the view from the about maybe same perspective as we can see on the BOOKMAP. Okay, now with this type of view, of course, it's really a question if the people on the left, they trading the momentum. Probably they're trading the day, it's a day traders on the left sitting, but it's hard to be a scalper. And the whole point of the BOOKMAP is to able to scalp. Now, is it possible to adjust this chart to make it even cleaner and trade it? Yes, of course, because there is two charts running right now. You can zoom in now, move it to the left. Now you can see in details what's going on. Even on this zoom out chart from the larger perspective, we're able to see the details and we're able to make trading decisions right over here. So they show that on the left side over here, there is like a large order sitting over there. There's like a resistance sitting over here. They show it in the orange. Yes, this is what's shown right over here, but it's much better details, isn't it? We can see that it is clearly a resistance. Now, let's take a look at the DOM. Here is the DOM, and the prices obviously on both charts is experience resistance and bouncing from the clusters of the passive orders, as you can see on the right side, but you can see it very clear on the left side. Do you really able to trade on the left side? I have a hard time. So now let's take the DOM, and this is the price right here, and above there's like this is the DOM. It is like, you see the bell kind of shape. Okay, and on the right side on the NinjaTrader, you can see actually a particular orders that sees there. You know, are those orders large or small? You can see by number like 765 or like 1053 and 150 to 150. You can see individual orders that's sitting on the same DOM. This DOM or that DOM? Which DOM do you prefer? Which DOM makes you to make a decision, you know, easier, faster, and understand what's behind? Because this is definitely not the level 3 DOM, while this is level 3 DOM. This is just like a mathematically calculated amount, which is taken from the DOM information. And on the right side, this is very granular information, very detailed DOM, D-O-M, DOM on the NinjaTrader, which shows a total amount like over here. Oh, by the way, we need to turn on the total amount. So excuse me 1 second. Let me show you how easy it is to turn on the total amount. Let's go to the settings, and I'm gonna add a totals. So here we go. The totals are added, and now in addition to that information, which shows just the power by the DOM, the way that the order is sticking out to the left, you can see the V on this column means volume and C means count, how many of those orders. So now you know that over here, there's just like a few orders sitting there, but you see the total volume as well. So it's calculated right over here. And those data in this column on the right are actually moving, and you can see that. If you want to make it larger, you can make it larger, and you can you can see the particular numbers if you're really up to that. So this is the advanced DOM, or that DOM on the left side. Is that what you want to trade? I mean, this DOM. Okay, so this is the data, my understanding, is by COB. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not proficient, by the way, in what I'm showing it to do to you in a BOOKMAP. One thing I can tell you that when the volatility strikes, when the New York is open, many people reported to me, and this is actually a closed view, not the closed view. This is not the closed view. This is the zoom out view. Let me justify it a little bit. I'm gonna justify, squeeze it a little bit down and center it. Okay, here we go. Now, this is the view. This is the view, zoomed out view, and this is the close up view over here. So up, it is the ES closed view. Let me move this a little bit. Okay. So this is a close up view, and this is zoom out view of the same instrument on the same 1 second and a 1 second time frame. Isn't that interesting? So I can run, like you're seeing on the right side, I can run the NQ. This is the NQ NASDAQ 100 is running right here, close view. And this is the zoom out view. And this is ES zoom out view. And this is closed view, closed up. So over here, you can see the details. Now, actually in live, because this is a live streaming, the person out there trying to maximize, you see he is moving his mouse over there. He's trying to make it closer view so we can see more spaces between the bubbles. Okay, that's really nice. That actually helps. So it's about the view that we have on the ES on the right side. Let me make it a little bit closer to the price. 1 second. I'm gonna do like 300 pixels. I'm gonna move the candles to the right. Okay, so now, but you can see that. What about the bubbles, by the way? The bubbles, it is the market participants. What about the bubbles? On the right side, you see these bubbles really like they show something. They show the difference. Oh, now the volatility spikes up a little bit on the NQ, as you can see over here. On the NQ, volatility spikes up, but you see very, very clear picture on the NQ. Even volatility on the NQ is higher, but you see in details those bubbles that shows you interaction between level 1 and level 2. You see the interaction that reflects on those bubbles. What do you see on the BOOKMAP? How hard, you don't even see the numbers over there. Those numbers, that is 17, 30, 16, 140, those are the icebergs. But could you make any decisions on the left side? I don't know how people trade this. This is so like the information is like, I don't know. It's not tradable for me. But you see, I have like split it and show you and ES like over here on the left side and NQ, two instruments running side by side. And both of them takes less space than this large space. Let's take a look. Let's take a closer view. Why do you even run a BOOKMAP on the left side? What's the main purpose people running BOOKMAP? The BOOKMAP indicates that there is one indicator, heat map. It is on the background, those lines that you see, the blue lines, and you see the white lines, and you see the red lines. That's one indicator that is on the background. That indicator shows what happens on this dome, how long the prices on each price level here, they keep for a while. Like that was a very long time that they keep it for a while, that same price over here. The same order probably sitting there. But when you put your mouse over that, are you able to see what it is? Like on this chart, if you put your mouse over any price that's sitting there for a while, you can see that there's the 74 contracts right there. The quality when you have it on your own charts significantly better because the YouTube reduces this quality. But you can see, you can put your mouse, you can see it. You can see the difference. You can put your mouse on any, like over here, you can even see that there's like a, this one is 334 sitting there for a long time. And the new one is 250 and 150. Or you can see incrementals on the DOM. You can see that this is 52, 53, 53, 56, and there's a smaller ones like 6, 10, and so on. And you can see the totals on the DOM, this number that tells you the totals. So my point is, I ask you one question. Why? What is the main goal that people trade the BOOKMAP? What is the main reason, what they want to see there? The answer is people want to see those limit orders, passive orders sitting on the background that exist on the DOM in a live DOM and reflected in the records on the chart for how long they're sitting on the particular level, price level in the DOM. So now, as you can see, this is a resistance. That is a significant resistance, right? This is orange, yellow, white, but there's two orangey lines that shows that it is somebody sitting there for a while and wanted to sell on a level 2, limit orders. So they resist this price to go up. And as you can see, the price were going up, 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 and stuck over here and bounce it down. Yeah, the price may take a second take. Yeah, absolutely. It's probably will take a second take to go and see if these people are still there. And what's beneficial for the live DOM, what you see on the right side, you see exactly, are those people alive or they're already gone? When somebody takes away this order or that order, or in that sense, when you see this same picture, like you see on the left side with the BOOKMAP, you're seeing on the right side, you're seeing this resistance, isn't it? But you see that there is some people sitting there, and you see amount of their orders. When the price is gonna approach exactly the same place, you will see the how many, what is the volume in each order. Like this is 250, this is 150, and there's the multiples 52, 53, 53, 50, and so on. So when price is coming into that resistance, you see that those people are, and there's some smaller 31, 31, 31, 32, 20, and so on, and on top of the other ones that are less than 10 or 20, on the background, they're sitting right there. But you can see, are they still alive? If those people will move out, you know that they no longer protects that particular price level. But those two, I'm not really interested in, because I know that this is a market maker. But those sitting inside, waiting their turn, those guys sitting and waiting their term for queue, for execution, they moving to the right side, closer to the price line. I mean, with the price approaching them, they're moving to the right. That means they're not just the flippers, They're not flicking out. They're not bluffing. Like this 40 is always on top, always on top. I know this 40 is bluffing. Now, what do you want to trade? What do you want to use for your trading? You probably want to have a closer view, like is sitting on top, or you want to use also the view that sits away, like from the distance. You can see what's going on in the big picture, while on a BOOKMAP, you're seeing only like, yeah, unless you put the two charts of the BOOKMAP, two of them. What happens when you put like multiple charts on a BOOKMAP during the volatility, high volatility at the New York Open? At the New York Open, the BOOKMAP is get frozen. Put it on a NQ, like runs over here on a Ninja on the right side, and put it at the same NQ instead of ES right over here. And the NQ is highly volatile, and the BOOKMAP is get frozen, and it stops show you any movement. Yes, guys. Do you think the BOOKMAP is not getting froze? It freezes. And it just show you this line and nothing moves left or right. And then when it's unfreeze, they show you, we already move it up or down. That never happens with the NinjaTrader platform. As you can see, this NQ is running pretty smooth. And there is a 4 charts is able to run without price delay, without lagging, without freezing. Do you see that? That's not possible for the BOOKMAP users. Sorry, BOOKMAP. As many users reporting to me many times, the BOOKMAP is getting frozen. Oops, he stopped his streaming. You know, this is live, right? I don't want to advertise him. So I'm going to stop showing this particular person and let me go and maybe find somebody else who is live streaming on a BOOKMAP, and maybe they stream the ES as well. So these guys streaming NQ futures, right? Okay, let's go to this, and they streaming, as they say in the description, NQ, right? Futures. Okay, and with the Rhythmic. The Rhythmic is the same data feed for what is used on the Ninja. Okay, let's go and dive into. So the price is where? 19,851.0. Okay, and let's go to the NQ. Here's the NQ, and let's make it large. This is the closed view, of course. This is the closed view on the NQ. Here we go. Here we go. Now, what do you want to trade? Where do you see chances for you to make a decision? Oh, you can say, hey, you need to squeeze this chart to the right like it's squeezed on the left side. Okay, yeah, I can make it. I can make it. I can make it. But you see the bubbles now, they recalculated. They show in a different perspective. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But what do you want to trade? Why these people on the left side, on the BOOKMAP, never show up the same clarity like it is on the NinjaTrader? Because they're not able to. Here's the DOM on the DOM, which is on an NQ on a BOOKMAP, and here is the DOM on an NQ 1 second on a NinjaTrader. Now, I would like to see a better picture, and now I can see more information. I can see the total volume on the right column. I can see the number, amount of orders. V is volume, and the C is the count. Okay, how many orders? Now, do you see if I put my mouse over any of this price on the recorded in the history, I can see what it is. I can see like this one is about 39. That one is about 33, and over here 40. Anyway, I can have more information, and I have a much crisper picture to make my decisions. So this is the comparison. Which platform do you want to trade? Do you want to trade BOOKMAP, or do you want to trade a NinjaTrader? In my opinion, frankly, BOOKMAP is the very advanced platform, very there's a great people working behind that, and my respect. But what you see on the right side, it is a brand new company, Best Order Flow, that develop this BOOKMAP, this Heatmap, and this level 3 DOM. It's just like very new company. But do you see the quality? I'm not saying the quality of the indicators, which are obvious. I don't want to say even to compare the bubbles on the left and bubbles on the right. You don't see on each bubble the numbers out there. Because it's too much. They don't even show it to you. Okay, because what? Too much information. When there's on the left side on a BOOKMAP, there's too much information. I ask you a question: why people trade the BOOKMAP? But how could you trade this picture to compare with that picture on the right? What is tradable? Do you have a common sense? Do you want to see the levels on the left side? You can see them, but on the right side, you can see them crisp, clear. You can filter all these levels quite easy. Take a look. I can filter them out. I can filter them in. For example, 28, 25, okay, 10, 16. I can make, let me make a full background, okay? And if I refresh it, now it starts to show the whole heat map behind the charts. You can see that heat map starts showing all price levels. I want to filter out only a significant orders on the passive side of that, on the limit side of that. I can do it on the fly. I can just increase what I'm going to filter out. Boom. I filter out slightly. I can filter out even more. Boom. Do you see that it's not really hard to clean up your charts? But what actually happens on the ES that you always seeing the tunnel effect above and below? On the ES, it's super, super difficult to get rid of it. But you see this like a tunnel effect right above and below over there in orange? What kind of boo-boo is that? It is the boo-boo. Is that a boo-boo? Is that a boo-boo? What is below boo-boo, boo-boo, another boo-boo? There's so many boo-boos. While on this over here, you can put your mouse and look, you put your mouse and you see it's a 68. 68. I can see that. And you can see that each line crisp and clear. And you can filter out more or less significant if you wanted to. Filter in more or filter out more. Okay, now with the yellows, this is the immediate magnets. You can turn them off. You can turn them on. It's totally up to you. You can tune them for the Asian session. You can tune them for London. You can tune them for the New York session. And the chart's going to talk to you. The main point is we want to trade the charts that speaks to you, that making sense to you. Instead of just looking at the left side on the BOOKMAP and seeing all of this, I don't know how to say it, guys. I don't want to put it down, the BOOKMAP, because there's a good people behind that. But this company on the right side with NinjaTrader, it's a brand new company that's only 1 year old, and they already achieved much clearer way to trade. You want to make decisions to trade? Boom, baga, boom. What do you want to trade? What's on the right side with a NinjaTrader or what's on the left side with a BOOKMAP? Respect to the BOOKMAP people, but I don't understand how they even trade this. I don't even understand how they trade it. And when the New York time opening the market, the charts are frozen like an ice cream. Every milliseconds is matter to you. And this is, on the right side, NinjaTrader, that you can put the logging indicator on top of the chart, and you will see it's not getting frozen. It's fantastically fast. It's fantastically fast. While the BOOKMAP is, I've got many reports for people losing money because BOOKMAP on the left side, this platform is not really good for New York open and volatile market. It's just stopped to perform. It's sluggish. While if you're trading real money, what do you want to trade real money? with the indicators on the right side with the NinjaTrader and bestorderflow.com indicators that runs over here. There's 3 indicators, Heatmap on the background. There's market delta bubbles, which, by the way, adjustable, and they recalculate its formula based on what's going on the charts. What chart do you want to trade? Obviously, with the best order flow indicators, NinjaTrader become much more powerful. Makes much more sense to compare with the BOOKMAP on the left side. Are you kidding yourself? Because every millisecond matters for the person who trade real money. If you don't trade real money, oh, you can play with any software you wanted to, right? It doesn't really matter. But which screen on the right or on the left making sense? This is the NQ, right? And this is the close-up view. Here we go. This is the close-up view. This is the zoom-out view, so you can see what's going on. These people trying to sell, and they are what? Moving down, right? So probably they're gonna continue sell. But those sales, large sales, didn't end up with a large going down. It was absorb it, and somebody on the level 2 accumulates those orders. On level 1, aggressives, sell. On the level 2, it was absorption. So this price can go up. Or you can see on a close-up view, zoom in view, you can see what's going on and make you other decisions. So which one do you want to trade when you trade real money? The one that actually get frozen. On the left side, BOOKMAP is sluggish and get frozen, unfortunately. Sorry, people. This is the bad news. They try to impress you that it's real time, but with the sluggishness, what's in real time, that's what you see on the right side. You see the ES, S&P, and you see the NQ, close-up view up top, both of them, and zoom-out view. 4 charts running. They're running in real time, and you see the price where it's supposed to be. Do you want to trade in real time, or you want to trade in the past, but when it's going to be a New York Open? Try to put 4 charts with the BOOKMAP on the left side with this company. Try to put it with the BOOKMAP 4 charts, and you will see that your screen will your charts will just like freeze. What's going to happen with your account, with your money, with the bookmap.com? You will like, dude, I rather gonna go and get a free version of the NinjaTrader platform and get these indicators from the bestorderflow.com. From the bestorderflow.com, those indicators developed specifically with a speed optimization for the NinjaTrader platform. So make your mind. It's totally up to you. And people trade the BOOKMAP on the left side because they don't know. You already can trade market by order with the NinjaTrader platform. Just go to the bestorderflow.com and take a look. Do you like it? It's totally up to you. And as you probably know, that the NinjaTrader platform is one of the best platforms because it was acquired by Kraken. You can go on a Kraken blog, or you can go on a NinjaTrader and read this information that on March 2025, the Kraken, one of the longest standing, most liquid and most secure crypto platforms, serving more than 15 million clients globally, especially in US, has entered into an agreement to acquire NinjaTrader platform, the leading US retail futures trading platform, for $1.5 billion. And while it's free, you can go ahead and get the free version from the NinjaTrader.com and enjoy the ride along with the best order flow indicators. And visit the bestorderflow.com and get whatever indicators you wanted to for level 1 data, level 2. You can have a footprints, you can have a BOOKMAP NT, and you can have a market by order MBO for NinjaTrader. This is a totally game changer.